Zephyrhills family is calling for accountability after their 20-year-old son was struck and killed by a dump truck while on the job.
His loved ones say his death was avoidable, and now they want answers.
Ismael was full of life. He had plans to serve in the Navy and to marry his high school sweetheart.
It's like a perfect love story. It almost felt like it was too good to be true.
As he waited to start his military service, Ismael took a job with College Hunks hauling junk and moving as part of a team of movers. His family says he was sometimes asked to place signs promoting the company at local intersections. Then one day, that simple task took a deadly turn.
Tampa 911, what is the location of your emergency?
Yes, it was a car accident. It's multiple cars. There was somebody laying on the ground in front of me.
On Monday, March 17th, Tampa Police say the driver of a dump truck failed to stop for traffic at the intersection of North 50th Street and MLK Jr. Boulevard in Tampa. According to investigators, the driver changed lanes to try and avoid a crash, but slammed into the back of a minivan, killing the driver. The dump truck then veered onto the grassy shoulder where Ismael was standing, striking him. His co-workers called 911.
Somebody's out here bleeding out.
And what kind of vehicle are you in?
I'm in College Hunks trunk.
And what kind of vehicle, other vehicles involved?
A dumpster truck just ran into the back of us.
They also called Ismael's father, who shares his son's name. Ismael rushed to the scene, but his son was already gone.
I see my son, and I'm just imagining, what he saw coming from behind when he stepped out of that vehicle to do something that his job asked him to do.
And what was that?
They want them to stop at least at 3 different locations, 3 different intersections, to be able to put in a yard signs for marketing for this company.
They should have safer practices. They shouldn't be putting kids at risk for their business.
Did Ismael ever talk about any training or protocols put in place by College Hunks?
Absolutely not. What he did talk about was how he did not like to do that.
8 on Your Side contacted College Hunks about the Koss family's claims. Kelsey Ackman, Chief Legal and Development Officer with the company, shared this statement reading in part. Everyone here at College Hunks has been devastated by the loss of Ismael. Since this terrible accident, our leadership team has been in frequent contact with Ismael's family to offer our collective condolences and support. And what about the driver who set off the deadly chain of events? Court records show he was cited previously for careless driving, but investigators say he showed no signs of impairment at the scene. He was found to be at fault for the accident and issued a citation.
How does he cause this accident and take 2 lives and he goes to the hospital and walks away with the ticket?
We've reached out to the driver's attorney, and we're waiting to hear back. Attorney Charles Spinner represents the Koss family. Spinner has filed a wrongful death lawsuit against College Hunks, the dump truck company, and its driver.
Our hope with this lawsuit is that this family will find some sense of justice for the loss of their son and some accountability for the tragic loss of a very young and precious life.
But no matter how the case plays out, the Koss family and Ismael's fiance know it can't bring back what they've lost.
There's no question about whether or not it was the other truck driver's fault for causing the accident. That much is pretty much a slam dunk about where the real cause for this is. However, the question about the employer requesting them to put out the signs and things like that in and of itself is not that bad, but it's probably enough to put some liability on the employer. There should have been some training, some limits to how they were putting these things on the edge of the streets or during traffic. Anytime you have an employee doing something out there, you have to make sure that they're trained and that it's safe. So yeah, the door is open on the employer to share in some of that liability because it did end up in a death. I don't know if putting the signs out there, would have changed the outcome. Some of the facts are a little bit unclear at the moment, at least for me. But yeah, the employer's on the hook, but the real cause of this death was the negligent driver in the dump truck. And I don't think anybody makes any excuse for that. So unfortunate for this family, but they do have a personal injury case, and they very well may have a workers' compensation case because this guy was injured and killed while he was at work, but it's actually two different things. Let us know what you think in the comments below.
And while you're down there, please like and subscribe. Thanks again for watching.